everybody. It's Dr. Rick. Dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable uh, week to this point. We're winding down our week. I hope that you have been able to accomplish many of the things you set out to do. Remember what I always share with you, that if no matter where you are, if you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. Let me tell you from personal experience, it doesn't always go the way you want it to go. You don't always land how you want to land, but if you're still breathing, you get up, you dust yourself off, and you look in front of you and you recalibrate and you restart and you keep going. What I promise you is, if you don't give up and you continue your pursuit, you will achieve the things you set out for. Look, this is Friday, so it's Focus Friday. I'm excited. Why? Because today is today. Today at noon, I am doing the No More 0 Days Breaking the Curse of Procrastination webinar. This webinar is about creating a mindset, gaining a clear understanding of why you tend to procrastinate. We're also going to be addressing default effect bias or default effect syndrome, the thing that causes us to just accept what we've always been shown, what we've always experienced, what we've always done, never actually looking to step outside of that box, never looking to challenge ourselves to do more, and what's behind it, how we overcome it. But we start with procrastination. We're going to go through the primary causes of procrastination. We're going to go through and practice some techniques, some things that you can use immediately, some things that you develop over the next several days, up to 30 days mentally, by practicing mental techniques that I'm going to share with you. But we're going to explore it. We're going to do some things when you get off of this webinar. But roughly based on the size of the audience, I'm thinking it may go an hour and a half or less. But it's going to be power packed. It's going to be a great deal of things. You're going to get a downloadable toolkit at the end of the webinar. I want you to be set up to win. You can still register for the webinar. The link is in the description box. Again, if you're putting off things you could be doing to advance yourself, you need to attend this webinar. Look, procrastination is both the thief of time and the killer of dreams. If you want to explore life at a high level, you're going to have to overcome that hurdle. So again, if you haven't signed up, there's still time to sign up. I'm going to keep it open up until the 30-minute preceding the webinar, which will start at noon CST. Now, here's the beautiful thing. Even if you can't make it, sign up. Why? Because it's going to be recorded. You'll get the full recorded. You get all the follow-up and follow-through that the people who attended received. It's worth it and then some. So again, sign up, register, make it happen. All right, let's go. Speaking of procrastination, this is Focus Friday. One of the things that is extremely important is that you understand with clarity, you understand the importance of taking actions, because missed moments or missed opportunities, missed moments have value. They cost. When you miss a moment, you miss an opportunity, you fall further behind. Other things happen that keep you and create distance between you and your goals, you and your aspirations, you and your visions, you and your dreams. So what do? You have to prioritize the process. You've got to give value to the things that are on your table. They aren't all equal. And you're going to have to evaluate what the cost of each one is. What will you gain if you do it? What will you lose if you don't do it? It is a process. This should probably be done. I do mine the day before. I look at what's on the table, what needs to be done, and then I prioritize it. Okay, this needs to be done. If I don't get this done, this is going to happen. If I don't get this done, this is going to happen. So I'm going to get this done, get this done, get this done. And what it does is it allows me to put the things on deck first that have the greatest value, so that as the day goes and I become more mentally fatigued. It happens to everybody. I don't care who you are. The more mentally fatigued I become, I also develop what's known as decision fatigue, meaning that the choices I make aren't as crisp and as precise, and I can make poor choices the more further in the day I get. So what do I want to do? Everything that requires extreme focus, extreme commitment, and energy and effort goes at the top of the day. The things that have the most value. Now, a lot of times that's going to be the very opposite of what most people want to do. Most people want to knock the easy stuff off the checklist. Why? Because it gives you a bunch of checks on your checklist and it looks like you're getting a lot done. But when you look up what's happened, you got the things that should have been done, still not done, being pushed to the next day. And what you'll find is stagnancy. What you'll find is that you aren't getting the traction that you want. You aren't getting the movement and progress that you feel you should. You become frustrated. You become disenfranchised. You will likely eventually say, man, this doesn't work, put it down and go for something else. First and foremost, you need some endurance. You need longevity. You need the ability to sit up and get into something and stay in it until it's done. It works better when you can see progress, when you can look at what you're doing and say, man, that got done. I got this much done. I'm getting there. When you can see that you are not the same place and the same person that you were last week, last month, last year, then you're more than likely to stay on the course, keep pushing, because progress is the measure of success, not the goals. The goals are the things you aim at. Progress is the actual progressive daily thing that happens that represents your growth, your advancement, your increased capacity to do things beyond what you've done in the past. How do you do things that you've never been able to do? You grow into it. You become what's necessary. You have to advance. So then again, what am I saying? I'm saying that wake up, have with a prioritized process. Don't just get up and start to swing it. Don't get up and go into default. Default is what I always do every day. This is what I'm going to do. Have your day measured. Have your day have meaning. And as you move through it, there will be a sense of progression, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of I'm making headway in this. And don't be discouraged when you can't see it. Just know that I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing and that the seeds are being planted. The seeds of faith take time. I told you this earlier this week. The seeds of faith take time. Um, every seed has a different gestation period, whether you're talking about plants and trees, or you're talking about promises and gifts and dreams. And the seed has a gestation period dependent upon the depth of the vision, the depth of the dream, the depth of the aspiration, the intensity of what you want to experience. The more you want, the more gestation time is required for the seed to bear the fruit that you want. And you've got to be prepared to push through that. Most people give up on their dreams before the seed is able to bear fruit. Not that the seed is incapable of bearing fruit, it's that you give up on it. It's not happening fast enough. It's not moving fast enough. I can tell you that I am blessed to have done some unbelievable things in my life. But what I will tell you is I've gone through some lean months, some lean years. I've gone through some time where I'm looking up and going, man, what's going on. But the thing is, it's the resilience, it's the perseverance, it's the relentlessness, it's the trust in the process. It's saying faith does not fail and going after it until you achieve it. And that's the thing that has gotten me to the things that I've done. It's not that I always hit a home run. It's not that I always have the right answer. It's not that everything is smooth sailing. It's not those things. What it is me saying, I'm going at it again today. I will not quit. I will not turn back. No surrender, no retreat. If I start it, I finish it. I'm pushing through. And I'm telling you that some of those times you look up and you feel like, hey man, I can't do this anymore. But you remind yourself, I'm built for this. You remind yourself that in front of me is everything that I deserve, but I have to work for it. I have to go out and get it. I have to claim it. I have to put my stamp on it. It requires massive energy, massive effort, massive commitment, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it in a way that prioritizes the commitment. I'm going to do the things that have the greatest value first, no matter how challenging they are, no matter how difficult they are, no matter how much they pull me. You need to have a level of focus. What are you giving to this thing you do? Are you doing it in a very lackadaisical way? Are you actually sitting up saying, no, I'm going to make this the best 3 minutes, the best 5 minutes, the best 10 minutes. So I'm going to make this the best hour that I could possibly give at this particular hour. I will not leave anything on the table. I tell you all the time that I live my life on full, so that when I leave this place, I die on E. What am I telling you? I'm taking every hour and getting the most out of it. And even when it doesn't show up immediately, I don't become frenetic and unglued. I don't lose sight of the long-term promises of my gift, the long-term promises of my skills, the long-term promises of my faith. I understand that some of the things that I'm striving for are going to take some time, and I'm not losing sight of them. I'm not turning my back on them. I'm pressing forward. And what anchors me is the responsibility and the level of commitment I have to the moment at hand. You've got to give yourself to the moment at hand. You've got to make up in your mind that at this moment, this is what's required of me, and I'm going all in. I'm not quitting. This is what is required of me at this moment. I'm not going to retreat from it because it's uncomfortable. I'm not going to turn away from it because it's taking too long. Delay does not mean denial. I want to challenge you. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through, set your faith, set your goal, set your faith on something. Prioritize your movements towards it. Count the cost of what's out there. Every moment has value. Missed moments are missed opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunities in front of you, because opportunities also have shelf lives. Just because you have a gifting doesn't mean that you can shelve the opportunities your gifting produces, or your path produces. You have to take those moments and seize them, hold them, move on them, work them. That's what they're there for. So again, I want to say thank you. Don't forget, if you are struggling with procrastination in any way, register for today's webinar. Even if you can't attend, the webinar is going to be recorded. You can get the full recording and all the follow-up and follow-through that comes along with it. You don't want to miss this powerful webinar. And there's a surprise for everyone who does register. You will find out at the webinar, but the webinar alone is going to be exciting. So I'm challenging you. If you're struggling in any way with not following through, you need to take this, because again, what? Procrastination is the thief of time and the killer of dreams. You have something out there that's yours. It's time to go get it. The link is in the description box. Once again, I always say, if I live my life so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I'm challenging you to take the same mindset. Don't turn around. Don't give up. Don't buy into the idea that things are so bad now that it can't possibly get better. I don't care how dark it gets. I don't care how far you fall. I don't care how long it's been. Stay the course. Don't you quit. Don't you give up. Don't you let go. Because on the other side of delay is that gift, that promise, that advancement, that promotion, that growth, all the things you've been striving and looking for and needing in life. Is on the other side of delay. It's on the other side of pain. It's on the other side of frustration. It's on the other side of fear. Go get it. On that note, look, I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I hope to see some of you at today's webinar. It's at noon CST time, Central Time. But if you can't make it and you signed up, you're still going to get the recorded version and all of the follow-ups and connections and contacts you'll be hearing from me. So again, it's still worth it. Sign up. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day.